What's up, guys? Thought I'd come on here and talk about the insane switcheroo that Carlos Correa did because the Giants had a difference of opinion with Carlos Correa's physical. That difference of opinion, honestly, Carlos Correa's arm, I hope it doesn't happen for his sake because he's such a good player. But his arm better have looked like it was going to fall off soon or something for the Giants to say, nah, we're good. I know $350 million is a insane investment, but why can't you just take some $1 million off of that a little bit for injury concerns? I just don't get it. But Steve Cohen swoops in 3-12 to the Mets for Carlos Correa, who's going to play third base for the first time ever. And yeah, on paper, the Mets look amazing. And there's no denying that. And the Braves offseason versus the Mets offseason is like apples to pomegranates. It is. But honestly, the Braves had never, ever spent huge in free agency, even pre-Alex Anthopoulos. I think our biggest free agent deal was 4 years. Am I still weary of the roster and some holes and some things and whatever else is going on? Yeah, I am, but you still got to play the games. Still got to go to the white lines and decide it there. Paper doesn't mean a lot, but I can tell you the Mets are trying to test the theory of buying a championship, spending $806 million. And good for them. It is what it is. There's nothing, no one can compete with that. The Astros have a great team. We have a great team. Padres have a veritable all-star team themselves. Dodgers. I mean, we'll see how it plays out because there is that Mets luck out there with injuries and things of that nature. And like I've said for many videos that I've done with the Braves, the small moves, all this stuff, I'm going to reserve judgment on the overall offseason when spring training starts because there are still 2 open roster spots. There's a lot of clog in the outfield for the Braves. So I don't think this puzzle is finished, and I will reserve comment there. And Dansby's press conference with the Cubs got me teary-eyed with that story with his grandpa. Rest in peace to him and condolences to the Swanson family. And again, thank you, Dansby, for everything. I mean, I don't think things are much of a surprise with all of these absurd contracts that are getting handed out. And it was said at the beginning of the offseason that I think Alex Anthopoulos and company weren't comfortable going above $17-18 million a year. And we didn't. The Cubs did. Dansby got a heck of a contract, deserved for the best, most consistent year of his career. And Dansby's always going to have a special place in my heart, and that's the reality of it. And the NL East is going to be insane. It always is. Marlins great pitching. Washington can be a pest. You got the Phillies adding Turner. You got us with the core we already had. So, I mean, like I've said multiple times this offseason, am I necessarily happy with the lack of movement, so to speak, in some areas? No, I'm not, but again, you still got to play the games, and we'll see what happens. But having an entire core locked up, and we did the extensions during the season, so I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be hitting the panic button, so to speak, so much had we saved some of the extensions for the offseason maybe. But again, it's not our money. We don't know the complete and total situation. And for the Mets, it's kind of, even though it's a all-star team and it's going to be fun to watch how it plays out, I think there's some square peg round hole things for the Mets, and there's always questions with every player going into the season. Whatever they're projected, you can't predict injuries. You can't predict weird things. And baseball always has a way of being baseball and being weird. Just look at the last two NL representatives in the World Series, the Braves and the Phillies, and no one in their right mind thought that was going to happen. So that's why baseball's undefeated, and we're going to see what happens. But it's going to be a heck of a journey to watch, and hopefully it's a happy one. But no matter what, Braves all the way, champions forever. As always, go Braves, and hopefully we get some clarity on the outfield position and shortstop and other things. And I'm sure we will by spring training. Still got a long way to go, but boy, is the NL East and baseball overall going to be interesting. But boy, do I feel bad for the Giants. Phew. Giants fans, especially. But as always, go Braves, champions forever.